Hey everybody, it is Friday afternoon and we got a request a couple of days ago to do a walkthrough of our DeltaNet dashboard specifically for the client mailings. So I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of that. So you're going to start at the DeltaNet. I've already logged in and it gets you to your welcome screen. You can see that this is sort of a snapshot of what's going on with your customers today. I have mostly a database full of test clients. So a lot of these people do not have all of the information that a regular client would have, such as search history or whether or not they're buyers or sellers or their addresses, things like that. But we can still do this demo. So I'm going to start over here on the left-hand panel and click on customers. Now this is for upgraded Delta customers. So if you don't have the upgraded site, you won't see this customers tab, but you can still upgrade if you'd like to. I can do it quickly. I can just turn that feature on for you. So if you don't have it and you'd like it, just let me know. So in this customers tab, I'm going to go to Customer Center. And what this does is it's kind of a hub for where you get started with all of your customers, whether you want to email people, whether you want to mail them, or if you want to start adding customers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an individual customer through this little button right here that says Add Customer. But you also have the option of importing a customer list if you have it somewhere else, saved in a CSV file or something like that. That is a really easy and really quick way to get all your customers in at once. So I'm going to add one customer, just going to make somebody up so that we can get their information in there. So this is going to be a client, and let's say client Smith email test at gmail.com. Make up a phone number. They're going to be active. If you want to add them to a group, you can. I'm going to add this guy to sellers. But if you don't add them to a group, it automatically goes to your all customers group anyway. So you don't have to worry about that, and you can always add them to things later. You can also label these people as you put them in. I'm going to label this person as a potential seller. Okay. You can send them a welcome email. I'm not going to do that right now, especially because this is a fake email address, but you can do that for anybody that you add. You can also add more information in here. It gets down into their birthday. It gets down into their kids' names if you go through this. But all I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and add their address in here. So I'm going to make something up. Let's say they're in Salem, Virginia, Virgin Islands. Let's get to Virginia. Where are you? Nope, not Vermont, Virginia. Okay. 24153. You can add more information down here if they've got a business address or a second address, but this is really all we need at this point. So I'm going to save and close. And that way this person's in there, Client Smith is in there as a customer right now. Okay, so let's say I want to send a letter to that client that I just created, and then I also just want to go ahead and send the letter to all of my potential sellers that I've got in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to click Actions, which is right next to the sellers group, which I added my client to. Click Actions, and I'm going to say Labels. Okay, it automatically brings up a pop-up box that asks you what type of label you want to use. 5160 is the typical Avery label. This is what you see on most mailing labels. It's that 1 inch by I think 2 or 2.5 inch size, something like that. But 5160, it doesn't have to be the Avery kind. You can also find an off-brand, a Staples brand, which is much cheaper, and they will say on that box compared to Avery 5160. So that's a good default to use. And then all you do there is click Print Labels. Now, if you wanted to use the phrase current resident instead of these people's names on your mailing, you can check that box right there. But I'm just going to say Print Labels. And what it does is it creates a PDF file of everyone in that group that you chose that has a property address in their profile. As you can see, here's our client that I added. And then also we've got John Bon Jovi, who apparently lives on Main Street over here in Roanoke City. So that's pretty cool. All right, so that's all you have to do. Once you create this PDF of your labels, you can just print straight from here. And then obviously you would have to have your labels in your printer And I usually recommend printing a test sheet before so that you know which way the labels are going to be feeding into your printer. But that's really all you got to do. And then once you've got these labels, you can obviously mail them out. You can also use our bulk mailing if you need to do that. I think we offer something like, I think it's 60 free pieces of mail per month at the normal postage rate. Tara or Kim can correct me on that. I think that's right though. Okay. All right. Well, that was pretty quick, but hopefully it helped. I'm going to go through a lot of different functions of the CRM, but this is just the first one that I wanted to get out there since we had a request. Thanks so much.